We'd like to call to order the City Council meeting for the City of West Jordan for March 25th, 2025. We will begin our meeting tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance. And tonight we'll have Warren from our council office will give us our Pledge of Allegiance.
Will the audience please stand if you're able? And repeat the Pledge of Allegiance after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our first presentation tonight will be a presentation from Copper Hills High School regarding autism awareness. And Corbin, who do we have in charge of this?
Lieutenant Joe Monson's going to come and give some background on this issue.
All right, come forward, thanks.
We'd like to welcome Copper Hills High School, the principal, Ray Garrison. And what they've done is they have done a fundraiser to raise money for autism awareness training for our officers. We're going to turn the time over to her to explain a little more.
Yeah, really, it's a pleasure to be here tonight, and thank you for having us. The credit goes to our teacher who works with our students who have autism. And Mr. Sloan is here with me. He's over our special education department, and our teacher couldn't be here tonight. Ms. Scotto would be here, but her water broke today. So that was a interesting morning at school. You know, we have the daycare down there, but it wasn't quite ready for that. But Ms. Scotto, this was her initiative to raise awareness and provide some funding for training for police to be trained on, from what I understand, it's a virtual simulation on working with folks out in the community who they might come across. I understand the city council has participated in the virtual training, but a component of that is having some cues and some questions and some training on how to encounter individuals in our community who may have autism and how that might affect their interaction in a crisis situation. So we're happy to be able to donate some funds, and we'd like to present this check to the city. This is a real check, I promise. Okay. And it is for $4,685.98. So Emily and her students in the CH PALS program helped raise these funds specifically for your department. So we also have Detective Brummel here. He is our school resource officer, and we're extremely grateful for him. And if there's somebody who could teach people about how to de-escalate students, that would be Detective Brummel. So we're grateful for him and grateful to be a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you. Actually, if we could have you come forward up here, we're gonna have the council come down and we'll stand out here in front of the dais. All right. Thank you, Copper Hills. And we'll go from happiness of that to the happiness of our fire department. So we invite the chief to come forward for our fire department badge pinning tonight.
Good evening, council. Thank you for allowing us a little bit of time to recognize the accomplishments of our great firefighters and also some promotions and new hires that we've had since our last badge pinning ceremony. So we've tried to choreograph this a little better so that it will go smoothly, so hopefully it works out. But at this time, we're going to ask all of those who are receiving their supervising fire officer designation from the state to come forward. While they're getting in place, as I mentioned last time this happened, I had reached out to the Utah Fire and Rescue Academy and asked, I was thinking that maybe our fire department had the most designees in the state, and that was confirmed to me. And now, as you can see, we've got 9 more to add to that just in the last few months, so we're definitely leading the charge. With that, we'd like to recognize, again, this is the supervising fire officer designation through the state. It's a credentialing board that looks at all of the education, the experience, and some of the certifications that they have, and then decides if they deserve the designation. So with that, we'd like to recognize David Gray, Alex Harris, Matt Miranda, Brian Bobo, Robert Reedy, Clay Mackey, Curtis Madsen, Cody Snyder, and Sean Sandberg. Please join us. Next, we have a couple of badge pinnings. We have a couple of new hires as well as a couple of promotions. And so if we could have those individuals and the person that will be pinning their badges come forward as well. All right. We'll start with our new hires. Our newest firefighter in the West Jordan Fire Department is Dylan Bartow. He actually hasn't finished the academy. He graduates on Thursday. We've received word that he's going to graduate. We're good with pinning a badge tonight. So he will be pinned by his wife, Catherine, and his son, Harrison. Our next new hire was a lateral paramedic hire, Ben Ho. He came to us from another department, and he's been here for quite a while, but he's also serves in the military and was deployed the last time we did a badge pinning ceremony. So we want to recognize him tonight, and he will be pinned by Andrea Ward. And then promotions, Zach Sumner has been promoted to captain. He will be pinned by his wife, Megan. And Brandon Van Monfrans has been promoted to the position of engineer, and he will be pinned by his wife, Jessica. So we'll go ahead and let you guys pin on the badges. So new he doesn't even have a badge yet. All right. Congratulations, each of you. Congratulations to all of you for your professional accomplishments and for your promotions. We appreciate all that you do in the fire department, and on behalf of the citizens of West Jordan, we thank you. With that, we assumed that you would like to maybe take a picture as we've done in the past, and we'd also invite family members to come up at this time and take some pictures. So if everybody can kind of squeeze in like this, I don't know if council, you want to stay up on the dais? And again, we invite any family members that would like to come up to take pictures.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Pick one. They can just.
Don't smile.
Oh, one more picture. If I could just have all of the firefighters and their families, we're going to meet down on the main level in the community room. We've got some cookies and drinks, and everybody can mingle and take pictures. Thank you, Council.
All right. We'll take a little bit to let the room clear out. But I do want to say, as you're walking out, that we do have the best fire department in the state and in the country. So. And you're welcome to stay for the next 2 hours if you want to. I hope it's not. Always. Have you not had a meeting with Kelvin before? Dude, you're funny. You should be a comedian. Who's got the Purell? Oof. I can smell Purell. All right. So as the rest of them are leaving, thank you once again to the fire department for being here tonight. And we're always glad you're here, and we hope that you come back and do that more often. We will now move to our public comment. So at this time, for those that wish to address the council, you'll have 3 minutes to speak. I do not have any names of people that signed up, so if you'd like to, just please come up and state your name and your city of residence, and we will allow you to speak in public comment. We know your name, but tell us your name just to have it on record.
Of course. My name is Amy Mata. I'm a resident of Salt Lake City, and I'm a volunteer for a nonprofit called Bailing Out Benji. And I have yet another cold, number 5 this year.
Yikes.
I know. I don't know what's wrong. So I wanted to go more into specifics about the conditions in puppy mills. And again, puppy mills is where pet stores like the puppy store get their puppies from. Most dogs are subject to constant confinement with little to no exercise. And remember, by law, the cage or crate that they're in only has to be 6 inches larger than their body, just big enough so they can turn around and stand up. And they can legally have up to 12 dogs in these cages. Breeding dogs at puppy mills might spend their entire lives in indoor cages, and some spend their entire lives outdoors, exposed to the weather. As far as food and water goes, it must be provided under the Animal Welfare Act, but often the water is dirty or frozen, and the food is stale or soiled. And what these big puppy mills do is they have food on 7-day feeders. So there's no humans in these puppy mills. It's just the dogs in their cages. And people come to fill up the food in the feeders that lets out a little bit of food every day. So they don't have any human contact. And if the food is always of low quality, because again, puppy mills would rather make money off the dogs than caring for the animals. And you can imagine the infestation of rodents and other insects and stuff that get into that food. So that's just a little more about the living conditions that these poor dogs face in puppy mills. And again, I encourage the city council, even though it will not affect the puppy store, which is currently in good standing with the city, it will prevent another pet store sourcing puppies from mills to open shop in West Jordan. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Amy. My mic was on. There we go. If there's anybody else in the audience that would like to do a public comment, please come forward at this time. Okay, looks like we're done here in the meeting room. However, Mr. Anderson, do we have anybody online that would like to speak?
There are 4 individuals online, none of whom have raised their hand to speak this evening.
All right, thank you, Mr. Anderson. We will therefore close public comment and move to our public hearings. Our first public hearing tonight is public hearing resolution number 25-011, requesting the City Council waive $1,010 in park rental fees for Itinerus Early College High School event. And we have Mr. Anderson to give us a little explanation.
Thank you. As one of the responsibilities of the City Council, people are able to request the city to waive fees. That's a power that rests with the legislative body, which is you. Who's here tonight are members of the Student Council to answer any questions you may have. They have a request for an event to be held on April 26th. They will have about 250 people. It's a fun run, and they are requesting a waiver in the amount of $1,010 to use Veterans Park for their event.
All right, thank you. Is there anybody from Itinerus that would like to come forward? All right, you can all come forward at the same time and tell us what's going on and tell us about your event.
Hello, my name is Ceci Velasquez. I'm the student body treasurer of the Itinerus Student Government.
Hello, my name is Jones Nizer. I am the waiting student treasurer.
And I'm Jet Thurman, and like I said, yeah, we're here to request that fee waiver for Itinerus Early College High School. We just started doing fundraisers this year, and we're trying to hope to have this fun run fundraiser for both our school and the community. So here's our request.
All right.
So our request, we are requesting a fee waiver to use Veterans Memorial Park to host our fun run in support of Itinerus Early College High School. This promotes community engagement, health, and education. We truly believe that this would help the city.
So some reasons why this fever would benefit the city. One, it would encourage community engagement and wellness. Our fun run is open for the entire West Jordan community. We're welcoming all participants, and this will not only promote health, but it will also promote connection, which I think the city really needs. We'll also be supporting local businesses. We will collaborate with small businesses by providing advertisement opportunities through event promotion and sponsor recognition on our actual fun run shirts. And we're also fostering West Jordan City pride. As a West Jordan school, we are committed to representing our city through service and engagement. And we are gaining support from the Mayor's Council. Will further our strength for our community impact. Thank you.
Thank you. I always hear good things about Itinerus, so I'm glad you guys are here tonight, and we're always grateful when people ask for fee waivers that they come and present, so you guys did a great job, so thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you.
I'll allow any of the council, if you have any questions. It looks like we have Vice Chair Whitelock.
Thank you. Just wondering how you plan to promote your event. I read about it. You did a great job presenting, but I'm not sure how you're promoting it to the community.
So a couple ways we are promoting our event is through flyers. We have gone around through the city and have posted flyers. And then from those flyers, there are QR codes and there's several links for people to sign up for the actual event. And because many of our students on student government are more than just West Jordan community members, we have students from all over the valley who are also sponsoring this within their families and within their local community.
And if someone wanted to participate and they hadn't signed up prior to the event, could they come the day of and pay the fee and participate?
Yes, that is the plan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Shelton.
Not a question so much as a comment. I'd like to just congratulate the three of you as students. I was expecting to see adults from the school come and present, and when I saw that you were students presenting, I just felt heartened and happy that you have the courage to come in perhaps a intimidating environment and come and present to us. So thank you.
Councilmember Shelton is more scary than I am. Councilmember Green.
We're not intimidating, but I echo the same sentiments as Councilmember Shelton. It's good to see student leaders step up.
Thank you.
So, but what I was going to say is, I would recommend, Mayor, if you can get their contact information, I think that the city could help promote their event with a couple of Facebook posts.
Oh, we would absolutely
And
love
so
that.
I would suggest, I mean, we're donating some money, we might as well help them that way too. And please get with the mayor after we're done and get the contact information, and so he can get information and get it to our public information officer, and we'll get him to share the information so that we can put it on the council page too. How's that?
That's great. We would really appreciate any help that the city is willing to give us. Thank you.
We'll put it on Councilmember Green's Facebook page too.
We can post it on West Jordan Happenings page and a couple others.
Sure thing. Yep. Let's get it everywhere. Councilmember Bloom.
As someone who just ran a half marathon last weekend, I get excited for fun runs, but I would encourage you guys to come back here and announce the details in a public comment. So not only are you telling us, but it's on record as well. So I would love to see one or all of you come back and have a public comment about it as more information as well.
Of course, thank you.
All right. You're off the hook. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. All right, so from there, we will move to our public comments for this public hearing. I'll open the public comments at this time. If you're here in the room, if you'd like to come forward and make any public comments towards this public hearing, please come forward. Seeing none in the room, Mr. Anderson, do we have anybody online?
There are 4 individuals online, none of whom have raised their hands. Thank you, Chair.
All right, thank you. With that note, I will close the public hearing for this, or I'll close the public comments for this public hearing, and we will move to the next portion, either discussion or a vote. All right, we got Councilmember Shelton.
If there's no discussion, I'd like to make a motion. I move to approve resolution number 25-011, requesting the City Council waive $1,010 in park rental fees for Itinerous Early College High School's event.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Shelton and a second by Vice Chair Whitelock. Discussion of the motion? Seeing none, let's vote. Ms. Quick.
Councilmember Bloom,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Vice Chair Whitelock,
Yes.
Councilmember Jacob,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Bador,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Thank you. I show the motion passes 7-0.
All right. Thank you, council, and thank you, Itinerous. All right, we will move now to resolution number 25-013, requesting the city council waive 1,010 in park rental fees for Comunidad Salvadoreña de Utah's event. And Mr. Anderson, who do we have to present this?
I'll start. They are
I have a little
here.
bit of an accent sometimes.
I'll start. They are here to answer any questions the council may have. This is Comunidad Salvadoreña de Utah, celebrating Salvadorian and Central American festivities for 4 years now. They've got they're estimating about 150 people in attendance, 20 volunteers. They're also asking for a fee waiver to use Veterans Park in the amount of $1,010. I failed to mention on the last one that the state law is 1% of your budget is all that is the max you can waive fees, and that amount is $740,000. Obviously, you're not close to that, but springtime is when fee waivers are coming. So their event is being held on June 21st, 2025 in Veterans Park, and they are representatives from Comunidad Salvadoreña de Utah are here to answer any questions the council may have.
All right. Did you guys want to come forward, or does anybody have any questions for our oh, come on forward.
Good evening. Thank you for having us right here. My name is Victor. I am the co-founder of the Comunidad Salvadoreña of Utah, and we've been like 4 years working with the community. And I think the date, you say June? It was September.
Oh, it's September?
September 13th.
Okay.
That's the date that it's basically, it's a Central American Independence Day, and which we celebrate on the 15th every year in our countries. So this one will be Mexico and all the Central American, plus we're inviting all the communities. So we would like to use this park to promote our culture, basically, and to basically let everybody knows that West Jordan is a huge community here in which we can help the Latinos around here. And it's a lot of, I'm kind of nervous, I'm sorry. The people who help us out, they live around here. Mostly all the volunteers, they live in West Jordan and West Valley. And we would like to, our next event to be right here in West Jordan. And the last one was in Kearns, in which we gathered like about 200 people. And in this event, we're thinking more than 150 people to come over. So that's where.
All right. Thank you. We do have a few questions, so we'll start with Councilmember Bloom.
I just wanted to say thank you for bringing this to West Jordan. We have such a vibrant, diverse community here, and it's great to have events that reflect the beautiful culture that we have in West Jordan. So thank you for having that here in West Jordan.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you. You're good to sit down. All right. From there, we will open the public comments for this public hearing. If there's anybody in the audience that'd like to come forward and speak, please come now. All right, seeing none in the room. Mr. Anderson, do we have anybody online that would like to speak?
You now have 3 individuals online, none of whom have raised their hands.
All right, thank you. At this time, I will then close the public comments for this public hearing, and we will either move to a discussion or a motion. Councilmember Green.
I'll move to approve Resolution 25-13, waiving $1,010 in park rental fees.
Councilmember Bloom.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Green and a second from Councilmember Bloom. Discussion to the motion? Councilmember Jacob.
Yeah, just one quick thing. This is for staff. I'm not sure who needs it, but the application does have a date on it for June. The resolution, though, does not specify the date. It just says whatever their day is in 2025, so I'm okay voting on the resolution. I just think we need to make sure it's clarified on the application, get that corrected.
Yes, I'm working on that right now. I'm not sure where the June date came, but it is on the application.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Thank you. That's all, and I'm definitely in favor of the application. Thanks.
So we can approve the resolution without the right date, is that correct?
The resolution doesn't
Okay.
have a date. It just says for their event in 2025, so.
Perfect.
Whenever they decide to do it.
Okay. Well, from there, Seeing there's no other discussion, we will move to vote. Ms. Quick?
Councilmember Bador,
Yes.
Councilmember Jacob,
Yes.
Vice Chair Whitelock,
Yes.
Councilmember Bloom,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Thank you. I show the motion passes 7-0.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll move to our public hearing C, ordinance number 25-15, amending the annual budget for fiscal year 2025. And we have Denise Steck from our Administrative Services here.
Okay, we're going to propose to you ordinance 2515, amending the budget. This is a pretty simple one. It is just for one project that we would like to get moving on before the end of the fiscal year. As you're aware, we're going to be negotiating a consolidation of court services with another municipality. That's in process right now. But in order to do that, we're going to need to finish the second courtroom that is currently a shell over in the Justice Center. In addition, while we are doing those improvements, we are going to need to make some improvements to the court administration area to accommodate additional court clerks. And then also do some upgrades to the first courtroom. Our new judge is looking forward to some increased technology in that room and some lighting upgrades. His preference is to have it be a little brighter than what it currently is. And so we're asking for $800,000 from the General Capital Projects Fund in preparation for sharing the court services and an increased efficiency and service level. We'll be finishing, like I said, the second courtroom from shell to completion, improving this first courtroom, and then improving the court admin area. Our estimates came from a completion of a courtroom remodel that just occurred. They just finished in the 3rd District Court, which is right next door to that building. They did a little more extensive work, which is why their project cost about $900,000. They included a bathroom and some other things. We got some subcontractor estimates for the work, so we gave them square footage and said this is what we're looking at for commercial grade. They gave us some estimates. This project will be self-managed by a project manager, likely the facilities manager. It may also be have involvement from Joe Bryant, who's the current project manager on the Arts Center as well. And there'll be no one contractor that will get the entire budget. This will be contracted out in pieces. So this person will do drywall, this contractor will do electrical, etc. So if there's no more questions, we would like to discuss or open for public hearing the ordinance. And if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
We do have some questions. Councilmember Jacob.
Just one question. When this court merger happens, will the other city be paying West Jordan, and how much, or do we have a ballpark on that?
We absolutely do, and thank you. I forgot to include that in this slide. There will be cost recovery of half of the improvements to the courtroom and the court administration area from the other municipality in their participation agreement. And then as well, they will be paying for some of the costs for shared bailiff services and shared court administration. This is really a win-win for both communities that are participating in this project.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Green.
So I'm going to have at least 2 questions here. First question is, this is a budget amendment, so where's the money for your accounting software for a budget?
We have the money in the budget currently under new software. There's $250,000
Okay.
in the IT fund. Thank you.
All right. So I hope to see that implemented shortly.
Thank you.
You only get one question. Just kidding. Go ahead.
He prefaced
Go
it
ahead.
too.
So if we're doing this not with a general contractor and we're trying to manage this project in-house, how much longer is that going to drag out the project because the city staff is trying to coordinate all of that stuff?
I think that's the beauty of adding an additional project manager. I believe you've noticed that the Arts Center has gone very smoothly. It's within budget and within timeline. And Joe Bryant has been in charge of that project. He'll be involved heavily in this project as well as he's tying up loose ends on the arts project. So we have freed up his time to be able to manage this project in collaboration with the facilities department. So I think that it will go pretty smoothly.
Okay, I've been with organizations long enough, particularly one for the last 20 plus years, full-time or part-time. I'm really concerned that we're project managing this basically as an additional duty. I work in a building where our facilities and management staff, we have a full-time project manager and only manages a couple of buildings. And so I'm concerned that we're burdening somebody who's as an additional duty, and with an additional duty, it's gonna, and we don't have a general contractor that it's gonna stretch this project out. So I've got that concern.
I think that as you see the budget come to you in the next month or so, that you'll see a particular position reclassified. That request has been submitted, so we're hopeful that we will have a dedicated project manager for the city. It is a position that's kind of been missing in the mix of the city overall. We just have so many projects going at the same time. It's nice to have somebody that has that expertise.
All right.
Travis Kirby is our facilities manager. Before he worked for the city, he was a general contractor doing tenant improvements for remodels for spaces like this. So he'll be working with Joe on it, and it's like we have an in-house general contractor team to get this done. I don't think we will be held up speed-wise by not using a third-party general contractor. Our intent is to move quickly on this.
Okay. I just had one quick question on the estimate for the 3rd District Court. You said they were at $900K, mainly due to, they had a bathroom as well. Do we have to add a second bathroom to this courtroom as well?
We do not.
Okay, because I know with this building, when we built this building, we had to have the separate bathroom for the judge, so we don't have to build a second bathroom for the judge in this case? There'll be 2 judges, so.
There'll be 2 judges, but we already have 2 judges' chambers, and it's the judge's chamber that has to have the restroom attached to it.
Okay.
So that's already built, it's already in place and ready to go.
The 2 judges' chambers already are there?
They're already there, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I don't see any other questions, so thank you. I will now move to our public comments for this public hearing. For those that are in the audience, if you'd like to come forward and make a public comment, please come forward at this time. Seeing none in the room, Mr. Anderson, do we have any online?
There are 3 individuals online, none of whom have raised their hand to speak this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you. At this time, I will now close the public comments for this public hearing, and we will move to some discussion. I have Vice Chair Whitelock.
Thank you. I have some concerns with the dollar amount. When I looked at my friend Google for standard commercial, what it would cost, they went from $50 to $250 per square foot. And then I called a local developer and said, hey, could you get me this information? And they did. And they came back with 105 would be the high end. And so when I do the math on that, that's like $336,000 or $141,000. And I understand that the 3rd District Court costs $900,000. That's great. I'm just concerned, and I can't approve this amount of money at this time. I could approve half, and then you could come back if you needed more, but I have experienced when you send out a dollar amount, you get that amount bid for. I've also seen where we sent out, this was on the school board, and staff were worried because we had a lot of schools to build, and my committee decided that instead of sending out, we have this much money to build a school, instead we were going to send out, this is what we want done, what can you do for us? We build our The last high school that was built in Jordan District got built for about the same amount as the one that several years prior had been built because we chose to use a different method. I'm not opposed. I think it's a great idea to finish this courtroom, but I feel this dollar amount is too high based on numbers that I got from a local developer and also from Google. So my vote will be no. I think we're setting ourselves up to spend $1 million for one courtroom to be redone, and that troubles me.
All right, any other comments? Councilmember Green.
I'll jump in here. I have that concern. When, when this building was, and there were some things that happened with this building that got remodeled, but we went from 5 to 10. If we say that we're budgeting $800,000, are we going to end up that that's what everybody's going to come in at, that they think, well, I got a government contract, I'm going to bid, and we're not going to get low responsible bids? And that I do have that concern. Because we've seen that happen. I guess I do have a question, Corbin. Does this include cost overrun, change orders, those kind of things? Or are we looking at 800,000 plus? Because if it's 800,000 plus change orders and cost orders, I might be able to support the 800, knowing that it includes court administration and it includes some technology. I just can't believe the technology upgrades are going to be that much, but okay. But can you tell us how much have we budgeted in for cost overruns or change orders? Because that's going to make a difference on how I vote.
Sure. We do not have a tight budget on this yet. We have not completed the designs or contracted or bid out any of the project yet. This budget estimate is based on phone calls and that comparison from the 3rd District Court. We need to set aside some money for this project in order to get started on the project, to collect bids, to get the design completed and everything else, and to get moving on this quickly. As you know, Taylorsville is anxious to come. They're anxious to get going, and as we met last week with them and with the AOC, until this room is done, we're going to have to be, although Taylorsville will relocate over here, they're going to still be holding court back at Taylorsville City Hall. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth for the first several months until this room is done. So we are very much trying to expedite it. So this number is not really tight. It could be tighter. I certainly hope it doesn't cost $800,000, but we are confident we can get the project done for that amount. Including any cost overruns or anything like that, all in. Certainly, I hope we won't spend that amount because it is very high given the square footage, as you noted. Courtrooms are expensive. Courtrooms on a per square foot basis, courtrooms tend to be very expensive. A lot of that's due to the requirements by the AOC for a Class 1 or a Class A courtroom space. And this is on, I think the square footage that was provided to you was just for the courtroom. This dollar amount includes funding for the second courtroom, work in the first courtroom, a lot of technology upgrades to the work in the first courtroom because we haven't upgraded the technology in that room in a long time. And then some upgrades to the administration. I call it the bullpen where all the clerks sit. We need to do some work in that area as well.
Councilmember Jacob.
Thank you. Corbin actually just said a lot of what I was thinking, and that this is a budget amendment. This is not an appropriation. This is not an RFP. This is not paying the contractor. This is not. There's no change orders here because there's no orders here. This is just a budget amendment for us to put some money into the right column so that work can begin, and it's being managed in-house, which means the subcontractors aren't going to be going out for $8 million or $800,000. They're going to be going out for their $25,000 or whatever the electrician's going to cost, or whatever. Our in-house team, I know, I haven't met with our facilities management team that we have now, but when Jim Riding was over that, I met with him way back when, And he said it's in their best interest to keep our costs as low as possible. They work for the city. They know that frivolously spending or allowing overbidding or whatever is not smart. They're experts. They know how to do this. So I'm not going to get hung up on this specific dollar amount. This is just moving some money into the right column so that this can get started. This is not spending the money. We let the project manager work on that. So I'm definitely in favor, and I was going to make a motion, but I'll hold off for a second.
Vice Chair Whitelock.
I'm very well aware that this is just moving money. This is moving money that has been stated what it's for to a specific column, and subcontractors and contractors actually do pay attention to what we do. And they'll look at this and they'll say, okay, and they can base their bids off of that. And it's okay to disagree with me. I just want it out there that I think this is a lot of money to be putting in that budget, and it's sending a message, one I don't want to send.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I'll put in my thoughts as well. I do approve this, and I'll be voting yes on this tonight. I remember a few years ago when I wasn't on the council was discussing a bathroom being built in the park, and all 7 people had a different idea of what it should have cost, and none of us are professional builders. None of us have ever built a courtroom, and I trust that our staff will make sure that we don't get, paying too much for this construction. So we'll go from there. So, Councilmember Jacob, did you want to make a motion, or?
Sure, I'll go ahead and move to approve ordinance 2515.
I will second that. We have a motion by Councilmember Jacob and a second by Council Chair Lamb. Discussion of the motion? Seeing none, let's vote.
Councilmember Bloom,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Councilmember Bador,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Reluctantly, yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Jacob,
Yes.
Vice Chair Whitelock.
No.
I show the motion passes 6-1.
All right, thank you. We will now go to our last public hearing of the night, ordinance number 25-12, amending West Jordan City Code Title 13, Chapter 13, Landscaping Requirements, adding requirements for single-family residential landscaping, and removing landscaping bonding requirements. And we have Larry Gardner to present us the changes, or the additions, changes, additions. Go ahead.
Thank you, Council. Tonight, this requirement came before you is a concern because from code enforcement, the single-family residential, there was no requirement to maintain landscaping in the ordinance. And so what this will do is add a requirement that single-family residential, both existing and new, follow water efficiency standards and maintain the landscaping as it was installed. Now, that doesn't mean they can't change their landscaping. They're certainly free to do that, but they just need to maintain it. Code enforcement goes out, and there's a lot of properties that are unkept. Weeds grow overgrowing, parking, and they've just ignored the landscaping. It kind of runs down the neighborhood, and so, but there's no, nothing in the ordinance that requires a homeowner to maintain their landscaping. And so that will be added into the ordinance. And also in 13.13.10, it says the developer's successor, homeowner, and subsequent owners of the site for which landscape plans or landscaping are required shall be responsible for the maintenance and repair and reinstallation of that landscaping. This ordinance also will remove, and this is on line number 206, we used to require cash bonds for landscaping when it was installed for single family or for commercial landscaping. Under state law, we no longer can do that. So this will be removing this from the ordinance. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope, looks like we have no questions right now. Thank you, Larry. From there, we will move to the public comments for the public hearing now. If there's anybody in the audience that would like to speak, please come forward. You can come forward. Just state your name and city of residence, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Ash. I live in West Valley, but I have a family member who lives out here in West Jordan. If I'm understanding this correctly, I feel like I'm too close to the mic. If I'm understanding this correctly, this amendment will require people to keep up their landscape or they'll get punished for it. And I understand that, yeah, we want to make our neighborhoods look nice and keep up the profits and everything, but a lot of people can't really do that, either on their age or disabilities or single family, and they don't have enough money to keep up their landscaping. And I know a lot of people can either hire people to help with their landscape, but not a lot of people can afford that. I know my grandpa, he lived out here for a long time. He had someone to help mow his pasture and keep up the trees and everything. He had the funds to do that. But I also know a lot of people who don't have that funds. So I don't see it as fair if they don't have funds to do that. And a lot of people, I know some people just choose not to do it, but a lot of people don't have the funds, or they're disabled, or they're too old to do it. So I don't think it's quite fair for them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to comment at this time? All right. From there, we will go to Mr. Anderson. Do you have anybody online that would like to comment?
You have one individual online, and they have not raised their hand.
All right. We're losing people. All right. We will now close the public comments of this public hearing, and looks like we'll go to some discussion. Councilmember Green.
So, there's a couple of problems with the wording of this, and so in front of you, what I've done is proposed a substitute. Mainly, if you go to lines number 182, in the red, it's 182 in the blue. Actually, the first change was on the table of contents because we had approvals, comma, inspection, and to be consistent with our ordinance, it would be approvals and inspections, and when we strike out the third in a series. And so that was just a cleanup. If you go to lines 180 that are in I had to change the Adobe PDF to Word, and so it really messed this up. But the wording here doesn't change much other than the fact that the way the wording was in the proposed ordinance, it said, landscaping is required to be maintained as installed. Well, if you read that literally, that means you can't change front yard. And then when you look at the next line, it says, then when you're changing the yard, then you have to follow. And it's like, what we need to do is take out the required, or as installed. And so you'll see my proposed language is landscaping must be maintained. When changing existing landscaping, the property owner is encouraged to follow the provisions of this chapter. It's just kind of simple to say, look, we want landscaping maintained, follow the principles of this chapter, but you don't have to spend lots of money. All you have to do is make sure there's not a lot of weeds and that we don't have dirt yards. The other place where there was change is if you turn about 4 pages, and it's line 365, what I'm proposing is instead of having the 2 paragraphs, the way it was worded, there's a paragraph that says you can't exceed greater of 250 square feet, 35%. Then it said the plants at maturity have to be 50%, and then buried in that was a section that said landscape can't, or lawn and turf can't be in park strips. And so what I'm proposing is that we do the G and the 1 that you see on line 366 that says lawn, sod, and turf of the new family dwelling A can't exceed the greater of 250, and B can't be installed in park strips. And then the next section in 2 is where the city recommends that you have the 50% plant coverage, as opposed to the paragraph that kind of, this, if you open it up, you can see exactly what. And so I'm offering that as a substitution to make the ordinance a little clearer, and particularly address the landscape must be maintained as installed. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Jacob.
Thank you. Just, I was flipping through this, and at first glance, I was like, well, what's different about it? And now I see that really the effect of the code is not different. No. It's just a stylization more than anything else, and clarification. I see where you, I see what you said.
That change in the word.
Right. Yeah. Just a little little cleanup. I'm generally okay with it either way. I am not as opinionated on the style and how exactly it is, so I'm okay with it either way.
Councilmember Bloom.
Sorry, my brain was going through on some of the elderly or people who do have issues. Have we as a city considered hardship options for equity and landscaping requirements? Obviously identifying the people, but then offering whether it's a temporary hardship waivers or alternative compliance paths or a volunteer yard assistance program?
We don't have a program like that. The bulk of the requirements in this section that are being changed are to say for new construction, so it goes with the new residential construction. For folks that are wanting to change their landscaping to be more water-wise, we haven't contemplated or done a hardship type program.
Okay, my
for
brain
those that
just
are wanting to
started
change it.
thinking.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
considered as part of this revision to the code.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. If I could add on to
You're
that.
on.
If there was a violation of
Mhm.
this ordinance or any other ordinance the council adopts, over the years, under the direction of the mayor and the council, our code enforcement we have a softer approach than we used to, right?
Mhm.
If there's a violation, they get a courtesy notice. Hey, guess what? You've got 2 weeks, and I can vouch for the code enforcement officers. They are very accommodating, and they stretch where they can that 2-week courtesy notice. If there isn't anything that's been done, then they would issue that notice of violation and then have an additional 2 weeks. And then more time after that if there's no change. But we don't like to be punitive. We just like to make sure we give the residents every chance they can to bring their property into compliance with the code.
No, I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. My brain was just thinking.
All right, Vice Chair Whitelock.
Gardner. Mr. Gardner, have you had a chance to read through? My only concern is when we get to lines 365 in that area, I know that was some state-specific stuff, and I don't know if the wording is...
I haven't looked at it, and I would appreciate the opportunity to look at it. There's no rush on this. It can be brought back to a future meeting or even a work meeting. But all I've looked at is what the ordinance that was proposed tonight.
So I'm grateful for the catch of Councilmember Green, seeing that it's basically contradict itself to say, basically, you can't change it. Oh, but if you want to change it, here's some guidelines. So that definitely needs to be changed. I'm wondering, Chair, if
Can I
we
say
could,
something? I don't agree with that, but that's fine.
Okay.
I don't have to agree with that.
yeah, we don't have to agree. Chair, what if we remitted this back to staff to review Councilmember Green's changes or suggestions, and then ask staff to just email it to us? And then we could bring it, so that we get it before we get our packet a couple of days before our meeting, so that we could look at it, make sure we're good with it, and if we are, then have it just come to a business meeting?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that fact. Nothing wrong with what Councilmember Green did, just that Larry and his team just got it. We just got it today. They're probably good changes, but there's probably some changes that they want to look at as well. So, I would look at maybe tabling this and bringing it back in. If I understand it right, we can bring it back as a business item. Is that correct? Because it's already been a public hearing.
You would want to refer it, not table it. You'd
That's
want to
right.
refer it back to staff.
Refer it back to staff.
So I was, because of the little bit of hesitant, by the way, on lines 365 through 360, whatever, all I did was reformat the words. I didn't change the word, other than the fact that I took 1 to 4 out, because 25% and 4 to 1 is the same thing. But I will move that we refer this
back to staff.
Would refer be better, or would be postpone?
Postponing would stay on the table for the council for future action. Referring it to staff allows it to be assigned to staff to be worked on.
I'll move to refer this back to staff for review. Yeah, I'll move to refer ordinance 25-12 back to staff.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilmember Green and a second by Vice Chair Whitelock. Any more discussion to the motion? Seeing none on this, let's vote.
You can do a voice vote on this because it's not a ordinance.
Would we rather do a roll call vote? Whose choice is it? I'll do a vote. Let's do a roll call vote.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Bloom, yes. Councilmember Jacob,
Whatever is probably not appropriate, so yes.
Vice Chair Whitelock,
Yes.
Chair Lamb,
Yes.
Councilmember Bador.
Yes.
I show the motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. All right, no business items tonight, so we will go to our reports. We will start with any city council reports, and I will go in the order of whoever comes on first, and it looks like Vice Chair Whitelock wins the race.
Thank you, Chair. First off, I have a gift from my chamber meeting. Steve Anderson recently bought Pell Mortuary in Magna and brought pens and handed them out, and I asked him if I could get one for each of you because I thought they were nice pens.
Is this a hint?
No hints. But
Okay, good.
if you need to have a mortuary, there's one available. The other thing I want to thank is Police Department for arranging for us to go do the training at the wherever the virtual reality training on autism training. It was really good, and as a mother with a child that does have autism, I'm so grateful that the police are doing that, and that the fire are doing it, and that we're just, as a city, realizing that that's a demographic that if we approach differently than maybe conventional wisdom would tell us to do, we'll get a better outcome. So thank you for that opportunity. And that will be all.
Thank you. Councilmember Jacob.
I just wanted to give you a quick update. It's budget season, not just for us, but also for the water district. And they will be contemplating this year a rate increase, as they always do, or almost always do, as well as a property tax increase. They tend to do property tax increases every 2 years. So there will be a modest property tax proposal coming from the water district as well. So just keep an eye out for that. I believe our estimated, now don't hold me to this, but I believe what I saw is an estimated rate increase from Jordan Valley for us is going to be something in the neighborhood of 4%, between 3.5% and 4%. Don't hold me to that. I might have been looking at the wrong number, but that's what I saw. So just wanted to pass that along and stay tuned for more information.
Thank you. Councilmember Green.
Couple of things. First off, thanks to the police department for the chance to go to the autism simulator. I have my puzzle pin on my lapel, so thank you for that experience. It was well worth the time being there. Congratulations to Paul Dodd. Some of you know Paul. He's in our litigation department. If you didn't know, Paul was recently admitted to the United States Supreme Court Bar, and I want to thank Paul for letting me help be part of that process. The Youth Council, I'm stealing some of your thunder, Warren. The Youth Council will be doing a service project in April, if I remember right. The Youth Council will be help cleaning up the community garden over by the Senior Citizen Center. And so as we get more information, Warren's going to make sure that the whole council knows about that so that we can participate in that with the Youth Council as well, if you want to. Congratulations to Judge Holton for his recent swearing in as our justice, and look forward to see him. And Mayor, I did the math to make that check for the Copper Hills High Autism. It's $157.50. So tell me where I bring the check, and I'll match yours. And that's all I have.
No mosquitoes?
No, I reported on that last
Okay.
time. We only meet once a month.
All right. Councilmember Shelton.
Just the one thing I'd like to report on was a town hall meeting that we had at Councilmember Whitelock's home
Were there two of you?
on Thursday, March 13th. We discussed a possible commercial development that would impact her neighborhood, and there were a lot of residents there who had concerns, mostly about traffic impacts of the development. And it was good to hear directly from those residents. They had concerns that I was just simply not aware of beforehand. I brought my 13-year-old daughter to that meeting because her mother was busy that night and didn't want to leave her home alone. So she said she learned more in that meeting than she would have ever learned in a week of school. So she thought it was scary at some times and very educational also.
Thank you. All right, we don't have anybody else that's lighting up the microphone, so we will go to Mr. Anderson with our council office report.
I have nothing to report for this evening. Thank you.
All right. Sounds good. We're going to skip the mayor. No, I was kidding. Mayor Burton, go ahead.
Part of my report is going to cover what Alan is passing out, so if you take one of those, we'll do that in just a moment. But it was already mentioned about Judge Holton taking the oath of office, and he is now our official judge, has been serving, and just so you know, in case you hadn't heard, Judge Coons was promoted to what they call a senior judge, and he is kind of like a substitute judge, and he's visiting other communities and filling in where they need those. And Judge Coons wears a shoe size of 14, so Judge Holton has some big shoes to fill. The Fellows Barbershop Influencer Day and grand opening happened. I got myself a haircut, so if my haircut looks good, that's as a result of them. So they are now officially open, and feel free to go there and get a haircut. You'll smell good when you're all done. The West Jordan Symphony Solo and Ensemble Showcase, that was spectacular. So I have a little video clip that I'm going to show to you. It's less than 2 minutes, but this is a 17-year-old boy. You can read about him in the brochure I just sent to you. as good as that sounds in here, is nothing like how it sounded in real life. It was spectacular. So our West Jordan Symphony is rivaling the Utah State Symphony. And I'm serious about that. If you look in here, these are all the guest players that they had there from all across the valley, and their talents or skills were so superb, just like this boy's here. He's from Lehigh. And it didn't used to be that we could draw in that kind of talent into our city. But now, as the orchestra and symphony has improved so much, they're still having the same members that have been here forever, with a few others added in there, and new conductors, and their skill level is jumped way up, and we have people from all over that want to be part of ours and do that. And it's just so cool to see them there. And the hall was packed again. There was over 200 people in attendance to this, and it was great. So that was fantastic. Okay, Rotary Club, Student of the Month. Every month, Rotary honors 2 students, 2 from Copper Hills and 2 from West Jordan High School, and they get these awards, and they're entered into a scholarship that the Rotary puts out, and I think that's great. Now, these aren't just necessarily kids who have always excelled their whole life. Often, they're people who have made a big change in their life that weren't doing so well and have shifted, and they're now doing much better. So it's great that Rotary gets the opportunity to honor them each month. Okay, so West Jordan West Jordan Middle School had their Latinos in Action Night, Noche Latina. I'm really good with my Spanish. And this is just one of the performers they had. They have different performers that come and perform there, and they filled their house up as well. And that was a great, this is an annual thing that West Jordan Middle School puts on. And they pulled in Latinos in Action from Copper Hills High School. They pulled in Latinos in Action from West Jordan High School. And they have their own in their school and had other groups there. So that was an excellent event that they put on. Something that kind of caught me by surprise, only because they kept it secret, is Buddy, the principal over at Heartland Elementary right here in West Jordan, who lives in West Jordan, got the Principal of the Year award from Jordan School Foundation. So I think that's well deserving. If you ever met and know Buddy, you'll know that he is a step above the others, and that's a great honor for him, and he actually deserves that very well. And not only Buddy is his name, but he is really a buddy to everybody he works with. Okay, coming up, we got to meet with the mayor coming up April 3rd. So if you or somebody you know wants to come over and have a chat, I'd be happy to have that conversation with them. Also coming up, Copper Hills Baseball League is having a field day where they're going to be doing service at the Ronwood Baseball Complex and prepping the fields and doing that as part of their service they do for the city. And that'll be happening on that day. If you have an opportunity, please come by and say hi and thank you to them. Applebee's, you may recall, they caught fire a few months back. They are now ready for their grand opening. That'll be happening Saturday, March 29th, and the date's not on my paper, so the time, I mean.
10:45, they'll do the ribbon cutting at 11.
Okay, it's at 10:45, they'll do the ribbon cutting at 11. So.
Oh, ask me all I knew.
And Councilmember Lamb will be there because he knows some other people who will be there.
Know that.
So we invite you to come and join us for that and have a bite to eat. And that is my report.
All right, Corbin.
Thank you, Chair. Just one announcement tonight. The Community and Arts Center is getting closer and closer to being completed. It is looking great. We have set dates for the grand opening. We're going to do a grand opening ribbon cutting and a VIP night for the donors for the building where they can meet their seat. As you know, Rachel Crowley was here a little while ago talking about the fundraiser to sell seats for that. That will be on June 18th in the evening. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And a public open house will be 2 nights later on June 20th. Just want you to be aware and have those dates on your calendars. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Looks like we don't have anybody else. Vice Chair Whitelock?
Just to add, there's still an opportunity to name a seat.
right.
Can I name it George? Yeah. Okay, just checking.
All right, so we will now move to consent items. I will move to approve consent items.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Council Chair Lamb to approve consent items and a second by Council Member Jacob. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. From here, we will go to a redevelopment agency meeting. However, I'm going to ask for a 2-minute break because I need to get some water.
Actually, Chair, if you could adjourn this meeting and then have the break, and then we'll reconvene as RDA, that would be best.
You need to wait. I was going to do that. I was going to say, before I adjourned, I wanted to say I need a 2-minute break, so we're 2-minute break after I adjourn. There we go. All right, so I'm going to adjourn this meeting.